Beat them senseless.
You and me and you, we gonna throw down. That's right, we gonna get serious.
You can run, but you can't hide.
It's time for the Fuller Broadcast with your host, Jeff Fuller.
What's up, everybody? It's been a long time since everybody's seen my Fuller Broadcast 24/7 sports news. So today we're going to be talking a little bit about bare knuckle fighting, April 30th coming up, and a lot more. So if anybody is interested in coming on my show, I'll send you a link. We'll be able to talk about the fight. So let's talk about BKFC. You're going to hear my kids in the background. Hang on for a second, guys. Hey, I'm on the show right now. You got no more Cheetos.
We got more Cheetos. We got more Cheetos.
I'm back. What's up? Sorry. So you guys know this is a full broadcast sports show. I got 5 kids I have to deal with all day. So let's talk about the BKFC coming up. 17, April 30th. We have Burns and Clacker, whatever you want to name them. Well, anyway, so a lot of you guys are thinking about this fight that is going to go Josh Burns' way or the Clacker's way, and who's going to knock out first round, second round. You know, bare knuckle fighting is the biggest, toughest sport in combat history right now. You're fighting with knuckles. You're taking the glove off and you're knuckling up. A lot of fighters that come from MMA, boxing, and go to bare knuckle thinking, hey, I'm good at MMA, I'm good at UFC, I'm good at this, and they go to the bare knuckle and they find out how hard bare knuckle fighting is. So you guys see Josh Burns' first fight with coming back bare knuckle fighting Chris Zorro. You see these guys, they know how to fight in bare knuckle. So if you have experience versus person that doesn't have that much experience, you're going to get your butt knocked out. Or, you know, a mistake could get you knocked out. So, you know, as I'm looking at this fight coming up April 30th, I'm picking Burns. Here, buddy. This is my buddy. So if you guys know you got Burns coming up, I think Burns is going to probably win by knockout in the second round. It could go either way. So it's like a toughest man competition sport. So you guys are going to know that whoever's the toughest, the strongest, the fittest is going to win this match. So you guys pick Burns, some of you pick Clucker. You know, it's going to be an up and down. So my thing is it's going to be the battles, the fittest, the strongest, the most experienced. So go get Natasha. And that's got me. That's why I got Burns picking up. So hang on for a second. I'm trying to see if I can get somebody. So anyway, so who's excited about BKFC 17 coming up April 30th? Oh, buddy. Well, tell Natasha to bring it to you. Yeah. What, Papa? What do you want? Yeah, that's my little one. Yeah. You know, what?
Chase on the channel!
Right now.
Well, I do have some pictures in my room. Come over here.
Pictures of your parents, yes. Where are they, Gina? I'm going to need to know what your parents look like. If you have a photo of yourself, we're able to plug it back in headquarters. We'll be able to figure out what your parents look like.
All right, I'll be back. All right. All right. So you guys know, 5 kids is really making me. But anyway, what's up, Matt? How you doing, bro? So you got next matchup, you have Dryer versus Hunt. A lot of you guys haven't seen this big KFC card yet. So if you want to comment on here, or one of you guys like to come on my show and we'll discuss about the BKFC17, I'll be glad to have you on here. So you got Dryer versus Hunt. Dryer is a good fighter. He's quick, he's smart, but Rolando Hunt is just quick and stronger. That experience he's got, and I'm going to get I'm picking Hunt to win that matchup. He'll probably knock out. It'd be first or second round knockout. Hunt winning that fight. So it's going to be a pretty exciting matchup right there. But with Hunt being quicker, stronger, and smarter how he fights, I think Hunt's going to go all the way with this one in the first, second round. And also we have, let me see the other fight. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. I only got 4 fight cards on that right now. So if you guys would have pick a fight coming April 17th, I'm sorry, BKFC 17, April 30th, what's going to be the best fight that is going to win the fight of the night or the KO of the night? If you know who you pick, comment on my thing and let's talk about it. Also, a lot of people are talking about, get a little bit outside of BKFC right now. A lot of you guys, I want to talk about Matt Lightning Lihal. Matt Lightning Lihal has got a matchup coming up April 24th for the world title in Mexico. He's fighting, let's get his name real quick. Let me pull up his info. So Matt is fighting for the world title. I wish you guys go on his page to support him. Give him all the support he needs because, believe it or not, he's been training so hard from day one. And I think he's ready. He's ready to bring this title. He's ready to show what he's got to be in a fight game today. He's stronger. He's better. He's quicker now. Ever since COVID-19, he's been training so hard and doing everything he can to get ready for this matchup. So go on Matt Lightenlight's page, support him, give him thumbs up, give him good luck for his upcoming fight. So now I want to talk to you guys about the one fight you guys have been talking about, Askren and Jake Paul. Now, Jake Paul and Asker's fight is not really, I don't think that is a really important fight because it's not like a big time MMA, UFC, boxing, or BKFC fight. It's just people just have beef that say they could beat him, he could beat him, he could beat him, beat him, beat him. Anybody could beat anybody. So that fight, I got my boy Askren winning against Paul, but those who are betting on this fight, it's not worth the bet because this fight is just two people that think they can whoop each other's butt. They're no longer in the biggest promotion in the world. And I just think that this fight is just not really the hype to watch. I mean, a lot of y'all are like, yeah, I want to watch this fight. You know, Asker got kneed in the face. He got knocked out in like less than 2 seconds, you know. And it's just one of those things. A lot of people just, believe me, don't watch this fight. It's not really worth it. So there's a lot of fighters out there, you know, you got keyboard champions and are talking a lot of trash. And this is what my show is all about. It's bringing fighters out here to have beef with other fighters that already fought them and, you know, or whatnot. It's just, it gets the hype up. You guys ready for your next matchup? Like Reggie Burnett Jr. His fight with that got called off because he went on vacation or whatever, what he had to do, or he was sick. But Reggie Burnett Jr. deserves to have this title around his waist. He's 6-1. He's got more wins ahead of Dabby Dat and Johnny, I believe. So Johnny lost. Reggie's number one contender. He deserves to get that title shot as soon as possible. If that D-back gets a matchup before Reggie gets a fight with that, that's a bunch of bullcrap. I'll tell you, Reggie is he proved that he gets that title shot, and that title should be around his waist. So that you black getting out of that matchup with Reggie a few months ago, don't know what happened, but you need to get in that ring with Reggie. Reggie's going to show you the world how and when and where. Until he gets that title around his waist, he ain't going to stop. He's coming for you. That's all I got to say about Reggie. That's my boy from 757. Let's go, Reggie. You got this, man. You're going to get that title around your waist. So, in other words, we have, as you guys know, a lot of you guys have been questioning about what I do. Yes, I interview fighters on my Combat Sports podcast whenever I can get a chance, from Sunday, Mondays, and hopefully Tuesday. I got my other show that's on Wednesdays, which is Morning Coffee, where I interview I interview actors, singers, promoters, writers, anybody around the world, and they explain about their career and more of their journey, where it got them. So that's my Wednesday Morning Coffee with Jeff Fuller show, which is probably going to be the best show that I ever had made, besides my Fuller broadcast show. So if you guys get a chance, if you want to get interviewed, talk about your story of your past fights, the fights coming up, how your journey went, or whatever. If you guys want your stories told, just come message me. I'll be glad to have you on my show. We'll talk about your journey. We'll talk about your wins, your losses, the beef you got with other fighters, how it feels. You know, that's what my show's all about. It just shows the side of you, the true side of you. I want people to be who you are, not the fake people, just tell the people who you are so they know what you're all about in a fighting game or, whatnot. So I got that out of the air. So whenever you guys get a chance, just message me. I'll get you on my show. We'll talk about your career and fights coming up, where you want to go, just go from there. So let's talk about UFC fighters that are trying to go to the BKFC, or boxers going to BKFC. How is your reaction when you hear about the major stars in the UFC signing at BKFC, which they've never experienced, taking off the gloves and fighting with knuckles? It's a hard experience. If you guys seen Chop Chop, he's never experienced taking the gloves off and fighting with Reggie. Reggie gave it to him. Reggie showed what it's like to be in the bare knuckle combat sports. So you guys got to know, if you go from UFC or MMA, boxing to bare knuckle fighting, you guys got to understand the competition is a lot different. The training is going to be the same in different ways, but you guys got to know, taking your gloves off and going to bare knuckle fighting is harder what you think. If you think because you're 25-0 in UFC or 16-1 in boxing, and you're going to go bare knuckle and say, hey, I'm going to whoop your ass, that's not what's going to happen. You have to learn and train and know what bare knuckle is all about before you get into that circle. It's a tough sport. You're going to get hurt no matter what. You're going to get knocked out. You're going to get knocked down. You're going to have a lot of cuts on your face or whatnot. It's a tough sport. So learn the sport before you get into it, because if you don't, the first fight you get knocked out, busting your face open or whatnot, you're going to say, oh my gosh, should have never got in this. Should have thought about that before you left UFC or the MMA, So let me get this message working. So you guys think about it. If you were a fighter, and just say if you started off and you tried out for bare knuckle fighting and you had a couple professional fights with boxing, but you go try out bare knuckle, see what it's like, then get your first fight, toe the line. I think they have a series that's toe the line. Toe the line is bare knuckle too. So if you start with the toe the line, then work your way up to bare knuckle fighting, and you will see the difference. Train bare knuckle and try out for bare knuckle. See if you like it first, if you think you're a good fit for it. Because you got to know, knuckles is different from putting gloves on. Gloves doesn't give you a lot of damage. Yes, it hurts you, but not as much as what knuckles. Look at Bobo, Josh Burns, Christine Friera, you name it, Helen, everybody that fought bare knuckle, they will tell you what it's like to be punched in the face with bare knuckle. It's a lot different for UFC. You'll see some bare knuckle fighters left bare knuckle to go back to where they were fighting at, like MMA or UFC. You know, the only reason why some fighters are going to bare knuckle is because UFC no longer wants them and took them out of their contract. So these fighters want to go to the bare knuckle and try to make money, which is a good thing because you got to support your family and everything, which I'm trying to do, support my 5 kids. But I do my stuff for free, but I do it because out of love. But that's different from what you guys are doing. But fighting bare knuckle, trust me, before you even think about, hey, I want to be a bare knuckle fighting, you need to watch the videos, go to a tryout, and do some training before you get your first fight in bare knuckle combat sports. Because I'm going to tell you, you're going to look like a fool saying your fighter across you, and you're saying, I'm going to whoop your ass, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Then all of a sudden you get knocked out with less than 30 seconds and you lost, and you're going to walk out of that ring, go back in the waiting room, wherever the hell you guys go, locker room, and you get a hospital, get all checked up, and you're going to think to yourself, why did I just make a fool of myself? I'm telling you right now, try out, train, and see if you're capable of doing that sports before you embarrass yourself. There's a lot of fighters that are willing to take that step to show what they got to get into the bare knuckle. And they continue to do it even though they lost their fights. They continue to train, get better, to continue bare knuckle. Some of you just want to like have the, what did you call that? Showtime. Do your own videos, you know, just to like show off. You know, I've heard a lot about Brandon Lambert and who's the other guy? Al Smith. Al Smith wants to fight Lambert. It's just like a lot of people do stuff just to get a lot of fans, you know, just to gain, you know, a lot of, you know, stuff. So I just want to say, if you guys try out bare knuckle fighting, give it your 100%. Never give up, and show who you are and why you left your recent UFC, MMA, boxing, and become a bare knuckle fighter. David Feldman is one of the best guys that I ever know and helped people in this sport that grow. He's also making a pension for the fighters now, retirement pension. So when you guys retire, you can't fight no more. He's going to have it where you guys have money on the side to help you for your medical bills and everything, what you guys need. So David Feldman is doing a great job with bare knuckle fighting right now in the sports. He's going to grow. The sport's going to grow bigger, bigger, and bigger. No doubt about that. I give props up for David Feldman, what he's doing, and the fighters he's bringing into the game. And, you know, just so many fighters know, you got a lot of respect from me. But some that have not tried bare knuckle fighting, please do your research before you get in that ring. Train, try out, then see if you're be a bare knuckle fighter. Then, it save you some embarrassment. That's all I have to say. So, just so you know, I got a special guest coming on here in a few minutes. She's an MMA fighter. She should be here in a few minutes. Also, there's a few sponsors I'd like to thank right now before this fighter comes up. Let's see. We got, if you look on the screen, if you go to uniquecraftbyeve.com, www.uniquecraftbyeve.com, you could go on there and she'll make some logos, shirts for you on your hats, glasses, anything that you want to be made. So if you guys are interested in getting stuff made by her, she's a great person. Give her a holler. She'll be glad to help you out. Also, my show, Fuller Broadcast, is making shirts now. I'll be making shirts, and like maybe next month I'll start doing hats. I'll be doing other things. Hopefully, I'll be having a big order coming up here soon with a fighter from Street Beef. So we'll see how that goes. Making a bunch of shirts. So check me out. I'll be making shirts if you guys are interested in making an order for your logos. Anything that you guys need made, just message me. I'll be glad to help you out. Just give me a chance. It's my first time. I'm willing to negotiate, help you guys get business, get growing, or whatever. So when you get a chance, also my other sponsor, check out D&D Baits. Great baits for your fishing needs. Check him out. He's a great guy. He got great quality custom baits, glowing, glow in the dark baits, the smelling baits or whatever. You've catch some good fish with these guys. Check them out. Just go to dndcustombaits.com. He's got some great on Facebook. He's got some great fishing. He'd be glad to help you out, get some orders going. So let me check this out. So if like I said, if you were a fighter, what is your main goal of being a fighter? What's the support system you have? What is your family thinking of what you do? Do they support you? Do you have all the support that you need to do your fights? Do you think you need that support? That's the question you ask. If you believe that all the support and everything you get is helping you keep your energy, everything you got in your system to continue fighting. Like, look at what happened to Jimmy Flick. Jimmy Flick retired last week. He was an up-and-coming star, and, he turned around and said, bam, you know what? I have family that's so important to me right now. Let me fix my screen real quick. He's got family that he wants to be with, take care of, and he said, wait, I know I'm a fighter, but my family needs me. I can't continue this anymore. My family needs me. I need to be home with my family. That's the reason why he retired. He was a great upcoming fighter star. He was a future champion in the making. I wish Jimmy the best, and hopefully we'll see him return back in the ring soon. Could be a couple months or a couple years, or he may not return. But I wish you the best, man. Family supporting us. So if you feel like that's what you guys got to do, that's what you got to do. Everybody's supporting you. So family is always number one on the list. So don't forget that. And so if you guys were to sponsors, you guys got a lot of sponsors that support you guys during your retirement and stuff. So it's great to have all these people supporting you, backing you up and everything. So get what, Papa? Come here. You want to say hi? Say hi. Say hi. So this is the reason why I continue to do what I do with my interviews, my other show. Keep my family I'm trying to be able to support my family. So this right, say hi, say bye. Say bye. So you got to go get some food. Get some Cheetos. All right, she'll get you some Cheetos.
I'll get
him some Cheetos. Oh, you okay?
Can we have some Cheetos?
You okay? She's going to go get the Cheetos, okay?
Can we have Cheetos?
Go show him. What?
Mom.
What do you need?
I'll give you this.
Yeah, go get him to it. Now, see, that's what we're talking about. Family being most important right now. You know, I've seen a lot of people complain about my show, about my kids, hearing my kids' background. You know what? My family comes first. But, and then I'd still like to interview you guys. So let's talk about BKFC. Remember, BKFC17, April the 30th. Make sure you guys download this app, the Bare Knuckle app that watched the best fights in the world with Josh Burns, Chris, Oro, you know, Reggie Burnett Jr. You got all the fighters that are coming live on that show. So make sure you download that Bare Knuckle app. I believe it's $3.99 or $4.99 a month. It's a great application to have. You can watch all the replays, the live events, and you know you also see the prelims on YouTube TV, which I believe YouTube. I believe they have like maybe 1, 2, 3 fights on that. Then they go to the Bare Knuckle app. So believe me, if you got the Bare Knuckle app, download it. That's the best thing to go. So if you guys are ready, retirement. Let's talk about retirements. If you guys wanted to retire, what's the reason why you want to retire? You feel like your body's out of shape. You can't do it no more. Some of you got big families that you have to take care of, that you've been traveling a lot. You can't do it anymore. Or you can't get no fights. You know, there's a lot of fighters out there I see that have been retiring, that been can't fight no more because, or their family supporting. All this is good, but a lot of fighters quit because they don't think the fighting game is for them anymore. And that could be true. It cannot be true. You know, we'll find out. That's what my show is all about. So if you guys want to find out what all about, then we'll do that. So I'm gonna get off here. I know I did a blah 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 today, but I was letting you guys know. I appreciate all the support. Everything's been going on. Recently, we had shooting at our house, blew out our 2 windows. I'm glad my family's safe. We're good. So if you guys want to interview, please message me. I'll get you on my show. We'll take care of you. Figure out about your journey, about your fights, your future, and all that. Just message me. We'll take care of you, and we'll get your story out there. Thank you for watching the full broadcast show. But make sure you tune in about 5 minutes or so. I'm going to have a special guest. She's an MMA fighter, and you guys know her. Peace out from the full broadcast.